Well, first you need to get a burr up your butt telling you that you need one of these things. You've seen a couple of them on YouTube and they look kind of neat. And then you've been watching videos of folks using them and griping about all the cranking it takes to make them move. Well, that's just not for you. Looking deeper, you see people have swapped the old bottle jack for an air-powered version. Look, Ma, no hands. And then you remember that you get nervous ticks around loud noises and that idea goes out the window. In fact, the whole bottle jack thing just looks backwards to you. And that big base plate coming down gives you feelings of claustrophobia, reminding you of a bunch of horror movies you watched as a kid. Then you see the nifty press that Keith Fenner has. It's so cool you just gotta have one no matter that you still haven't thought of any uses for it yet. Looking around your shop, you take stock of the bits and pieces you have lying around to see what can be used in your new master creation. Noting that you have an adequate supply of rusted up junk that, if assembled, might be enough to make a rather ugly footstool, it's off to the races. Heading over to eBay, you start buying random parts because you haven't got a freaking clue what you're doing. You start with the heart of a project, the pump. One listing catches your eye. It don't look too heavy, and the auction is about to end. Tick, 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 tick. Not even thinking if it'll be suitable to your needs, you place a bid. And about 30 seconds later, the fact dawns on you that you're an idiot and you frantically research for a retract button. Ding! Too late. It's yours now and there's no going back, so shut up, eat your cookie, and move on. Well, now you need the squishy bit. You know you don't want no sissy short-ass jack because in your Tylenol cold and flu haze-induced mind, you were imagining having to raise and reposition the jack while pressing off the bearings from a locomotive axle, totally forgetting that the closest you were to such an object was an HO scale Tyco train set that you had as a kid, and it was made of plastic. So now that you have the ram all sorted out, you need a way to make it go up and down. With the same zen-like lack of forebrain activity, you grab a lever valve at random. It looks sturdy, and it's cheap. A month or two goes by, and you're ready to start the build. The Tylenol is worn off, and your 6 remaining brain cells are firing at full capacity. You gather your goodies, and it dawns on you that you don't have any way to connect the bits together. Well, some quality web time later, you learn that you can't just use garden hose. You gotta use real hydraulic hose to keep the whole thing from exploding and ending the world as we know it. If you thought at the time you had to replace a hot water tank was a pain in the ass, just wait till you check out online with hydraulic suppliers to see what a mess of hoses and adapters you're gonna need if you just want to make it look like it might work. After hours of tracking down the bits you think you need to finish the project, you're left with one connection that doesn't have an adapter available in the size or shape that you need, and it has tapered threads. Shit! Find your happy place. No big deal. You can handle it. You have videos on YouTube showing people how clever you think you are, and you remember that sometime in the distant past, you once stayed at a Holiday Inn Express. Gathering your parts and frayed wits about you, you start putting stuff together.